organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up today on Daily Iowan TV, scholarships. The UI brings back their programs. And later, medical amnesty, moving to the Iowa's Judicial Committee.
We talk Hawkeye basketball, softball, and wrestling.
We are expecting some snow today, but we can look forward to warm temperatures coming our way this weekend.
All that and more is coming your way. You're watching Daily Iowan TV. Good morning and thanks for tuning in to Daily Iowan TV. I'm Noah Gowdy. The University of Iowa has decided not to take away scholarships awarded to its current and incoming students after all. The University of Iowa faced a lot of backlash and even lawsuits for almost taking away 3,000 student scholarships last week. The lawsuit earned national attention. 5 days ago, parents and students created a Facebook group to protest the university's decision. The Facebook page had more than 16,000 views and a 97% response rate. The University of Iowa President Bruce Harold said he will bring back the Iowa Heritage Award and 4 other scholarships for students until 2018. Bruce Harold said, quote, "I want to thank the students and parents who contacted me and shared their concerns. The University of Iowa takes its relationships with the students and alumni very seriously and wants to honor the awards previously made to those currently receiving these awards." The medical amnesty policy created by the University of Iowa student government will now go to the Iowa Senate for a vote. The medical amnesty bill lets underage students call for medical help due to alcohol consumption without having to be afraid of consequences from the university. This is an unusual bill. It was created by young adults in the University of Iowa community and is now on its way to possibly forming statewide legislation. Check back with Daily Iowan TV for more information to come. 2 bills were pushed forward late last night to significantly lower the benefits for injured workers and end worker benefits at age 67. This shifts the costs from businesses to taxpayers. The identical bills are now going to be debated by the Senate and House today. If the bill is not approved this week by the full committee, then it will not pass by the deadline. With the University of Iowa known for churning out excellence in every professional area, the local program 1 Million Cups is working to sharpen the skills of the future business people of tomorrow. Daily Iowa TV reporter Christopher Cervantes reports with more.
For many of the up-and-coming entrepreneurs in Iowa City, a place to cultivate business ideas is a much-needed step in the developmental process. Luckily for them, the program known as 1 Million Cups is there to offer the much-needed assistance. I'm standing here in the basement of the Midwest One Bank in downtown Iowa City. It is here that the bank opens its doors every other week to the people of Iowa City and the members of the 1 Million Cups program.
We have 2 pitches, they're 6 minutes each, and they're usually from an entrepreneur with a new startup or a new company, or it could be an existing business that has a new project or event coming up.
The program not only gives future moguls a chance to harness their speaking skills, but also a chance to hear critiques from their colleagues and potential financiers.
So we felt what better way to get the community involved than to start here.
Some of the questions that we got today I had never thought of before, so getting the perspective from an outside source instead of just the 2 of us really helps us.
1 Million Cups is a year-long program that alternates weekly from being hosted in Iowa City to Cedar Rapids. For more information, please visit their website at 1millioncups.com, and remember, every event is free. Reporting from downtown Iowa City, this is Christopher Cervantes, Daily Iowan TV.
Well, last week we saw our fair share of nice weather, but this week we haven't been so lucky. I'm joined now by Alexis Tansey in the studio. Alexis, what are we looking at going into this weekend?
Yeah, Noah, it definitely feels like winter outside again, but we're expecting some warm temperatures heading into the weekend. Let's head over to the weather studio to find out the rest of the forecast. Get those heavy winter coats back out, Iowa City, because we are expecting some snow today. The high this afternoon will be 36 degrees. Temperatures will drop to the low 30s in the evening with partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow morning will be chilly with a high of 25 degrees and clouds. Now let's see if the cold will continue for the rest of the week. Friday will be cloudy with a high of 42 degrees. Temperatures are looking to warm up just in time for the weekend, as a high for Saturday is 61 degrees with sunny skies. Sunday will be even warmer with a high in the upper 60s. On Monday, temperatures will remain about the same as Sunday with a high in the upper 60s, but with clouds and wind. Tuesday and Wednesday will also be cloudy and windy with highs in the mid to upper 50s. The weather has been all over the place lately, but I, for one, am excited to see temperatures warming up again toward the end of the week. It will definitely be an improvement, especially after the severe thunderstorms that hit the Midwest on Tuesday. Tornado watches were issued in several counties in both Iowa and Illinois. A tornado was seen over Comanche, Iowa, moving toward Clinton at 40 miles per hour. At least 2 Midwestern residents were found dead as a result of these storms, and it has not yet been determined how many were injured. The city of Ottawa, Illinois was hit especially hard by the tornado, with several damaged buildings, fallen trees, power outages, and gas leaks. Prayers go out to the city of Ottawa and everyone else affected by these storms. That's all I have here in the weather studio. Noah, back to you.
Thanks, Alexis. The Iowa State Senator Mark Chelgren was questioned about his educational background. His business degree from California-based Forbco Management School isn't listed as an accredited school. Forbco in California is actually a company that once ran a Sizzler steakhouse. Chelgren told NBC News that he was unaware of the error and removed it from his page. The Iowa Senate Subcommittee has announced that there will be a voter ID card for every registered voter. Citizens who do not own a driver's license, military or veterans ID, or a passport can show this ID as their government-issued identification. Opponents say that this is not necessary because there are very few cases of voter fraud. Proponents argue that this bill will ensure that voters can prove who they are and who they say they are. The 2017 UI Student Health Fair was this past Wednesday. A lot of UI resources and organizations joined together to educate students on the health. Daily Iowan reporter Molly Shen will tell us more on how this health fair went.
Free pizza and a variety of giveaways are offered where you are getting health education. The 2017 UI Student Health Fair has been held on Wednesday, March 4th, from 2:30 to 6:30 at the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center. The main sponsor of this fair is the Student Health and Wellness. People are free to get physical tests as well as involved in different activities. Students can know the resources and organizations about health in campus.
University Counseling Service or Student Health and Wellness are good resources for students. We have several student organizations who are here today to promote their organizations to students or events that they're a part of.
However, hold a big event is not easy. The sponsor team of Health Fair was working harder to talk with sponsor.
Most people are relatively busy and doing their job for the most part, so essentially we're like one person walking in saying, hey, we're not here to buy something, we're asking for something from you, and it's a little bit of a steep slope to climb.
Students participated and had been educated on Health Fair. Students would use the health resources on campus and join those health organizations after. Molly Shen, Daily Iowan TV.
Hawkeye sports are gearing up for some postseason action in the upcoming weeks. Let's toss over to Taylor Van Fleet in the sports studio to find out more.
That's right, Noah. Iowa wrestling heads into the Big Ten tournament this weekend, and March Madness is right around the corner. But first, we have a couple more regular season games to look forward to. The Iowa men's basketball team is back in action tonight as they face the number 22 ranked Wisconsin Badgers in Madison at 8:05 p.m. The Hawkeyes are sitting at 16-13 on the season, while the Badgers come in at 22-7. It will be a matchup of Iowa's offense versus the Badger defense, as Iowa averages 80.6 points per game, while the Badgers only allow 62.1 points per game, which is about 15 points better than the Hawkeyes for a little perspective. An interesting matchup will take place in tonight's game as Iowa's Nicholas Baer and Wisconsin's Ethan Happ played on the same AAU team, the Quad City Elite. Tune in tomorrow for results of the game. The postseason for Iowa wrestling team is underway, and it looks to be shaping up pretty nicely for one senior Hawkeye. Colin Murphy has the story.
Council Bluffs, Iowa. Thomas Gilman has been a force for the Hawkeyes all season and a clear leader for the Iowa wrestling team.
He's sharp. He's been sharp all year. He's been consistent. He loves to compete. We love what he's about. When he talks to our team, he talks as if he's the leader. He is the leader. He says things like, I'm excited to lead you guys into battle.
The #1 seed in the Big Ten tournament and ranked #1 in the nation at 125 pounds, Thomas Gilman believes that there is only one thing standing in his way from winning the Big Ten tournament and the NCAA tournament.
My biggest obstacle is probably myself. I mean, everyone knows where my weakness is, and my weaknesses are. So I got to pound those out and get ready to go. But even with my weaknesses, the only thing that stand in my way is myself.
At 24-0 on this season, the undefeated Hawkeye is very confident in his chances to bring home first place.
What are my chances? 100%. That's pretty good odds, right? As long as I go out there and do what I need to do and do what I do best, I mean, it'll take care of itself. But I got to put in the work now until then, and then during the tournaments, and everything will fall into place.
Gilman believes the team has a good shot to take home the team title as well as individual titles. The Hawkeyes will travel to Bloomington, Indiana this weekend as they compete in the Big Ten tournament. Reporting from Carver Hawkeye Arena, this has been Colin Murphy, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
As Colin said, the Iowa wrestling team will head to Bloomington this weekend for the Big Ten tournament. Then they will head to St. Louis on March 16th through the 28th for the NCAA championships. Softball player Allie Wood has started out this season on a strong personal note after sitting out all of last season battling a knee injury. She spent the off-season training and doing rehab, and now she's ready to take on the season.
Allie Wood has been making a strong comeback at the start of this season after coming off an injury. With 9 games under her belt so far, she looks to persevere throughout the rest of the season.
It was great. It's a lot different than last season, not being able to play and just watching everything. So actually being in the action and playing every inning was really nice.
Allie received playing time in all 9 games the Hawkeyes have faced, and with her injury behind her, is ready to focus on the season ahead.
Our team goals are to really capitalize on the opportunities we were given. We didn't get the results we wanted this weekend, so something we're focusing on this week is just to capitalize on our opportunities and get runs in and come together as a team.
In order to get her knee back in shape to take on this season, Allie had to remain mentally tough.
I was really focusing on what was happening, looking at position that I usually play and what they were doing just to further my game, looking at what our team was doing as an aspect of a team player, making sure I was doing my job on the bench and being there for my teammates.
Allie and the Hawks will travel to California on March 2nd to compete in the Judy Garman Classic. Reporting from inside Carver Hawkeye Arena, this has been Taylor Cassian, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Allie and the team travel to California this weekend where they hope to come back with some wins from the Judy Garman Classic. Now moving on from Hawkeye sports, February saw some crazy plays in several sports. Here are the Daily Iowan TV Sports top 3 plays of the month. Coming in at number 3 is maybe the greatest Super Bowl catch in history. Down 28-20 in the Super Bowl, Julian Edelman makes a miraculous catch on the game-tying drive. Off the tip, number 11 makes the game-saving grab. Number 2, the Cavaliers are down late to the Wizards when Kevin Love sends the full court pass to LeBron, who hits the fadeaway 3 off the glass. He did not call bank, but the bank was open. And that is why Colin Murphy says LeBron is king. And finally, overtime of Super Bowl 51. Second and goal when James White takes it into the end zone for the win, and he would not be denied. Largest Super Bowl comeback in history complete by the New England Patriots. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow to another edition of our Courtside Sportscast as we preview the men's basketball team's matchup with Penn State this Sunday. Noah, back to you.
Thanks, Taylor. An Iowa City bar, Deadwood Tavern, was voted one of the best college bars in America. The bar is known for its relaxed atmosphere and diverse crowd. Deadwood has pool tables, pinball, and a jukebox. The bar also has a 4.4 out of 5 stars on Facebook, with 114 people giving them 5 stars. And that's it for this edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check out our live shows every morning at 8:30 a.m. on dailyiowan.com. Also, be sure to pick up today's copy of the Daily Iowan. We'll see you right back here tomorrow, and have a great day, Iowa City.